is up, Priest Planet? It is the Tarot Priest, and I'm back with another pick a card reading. In today's pick a card reading, I'm going to be focusing and looking at what to expect for the year of 2020. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome to the planet where we embrace love, happiness, freedom, and most importantly, truth. I just hit 100K subscribers. I think it was like a week or so ago. I just want to thank you guys so much and show my gratitude for all of you who support my vision in awakening the planet with love, freedom, happiness, and truth. Also, if you guys would like to be a part of my Patreon planet, you can find that information in the description box below. What you will also find down there is how to book a personal reading with me, my new book that is getting ready to release, my online tarot course, and any other announcements that you guys may be seeking. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I'm way more active and interactive on Instagram than I am on any other platform, just because it makes it easier for me to communicate with you guys. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Tarot Priest. Last but not least, if you guys are interested in my merchandise, you can find that also down below in the merchandise reel or my description box per usual. All right, let's hop into the 4 decks that I have for you guys. I have deck 1, the baby blue stone, deck 2, the blue stone, deck 3, the yellow stone, and deck 4, the orange brownish stone. Remember, when you guys are choosing these decks, to use your intuition. A lot of you guys want to know, how do I connect with my intuition? Picking and choosing your deck is also following your intuition. So this is kind of a cool way for you guys to be able to connect with higher self. And so when you guys are choosing these decks, if you need to pause the video, go ahead and pause the video and see which deck is pulling towards you and go with that deck. Don't second guess yourself. Go with the first deck that you feel like you're drawn to. All right, let's hop into today's reading and see what you guys can expect for the year of 2020. All right, if you guys chose deck number 1, this is your reading and what to expect for the year of 2020. Partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. Courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. And innocence. Time to play. Nurture your inner child. Live with a childlike sense of wonder. For 2020, I feel as though it's not going to be as serious as it has been in the past few years. Like, I feel as though you guys are going to have a lot more fun and experience life. A lot of you, I feel like, are also going through a spiritual awakening and transition in discovering the desires of your heart. So for the past year or so, it seems like a lot of you have put your dreams on hold. And next year, I feel like you guys are gonna be a lot less caring, just more open to fun and not taking things so seriously. So I feel as though a lot of you are gonna build the courage to be able to go after what it is that you guys really have desired. I even feel like for some of you, you may have lost your dreams along the way. And so you're kind of going through this transition of rediscovering who you are. So it's almost like you're meeting your younger self, your younger version of you, that girl or boy who used to have dreams and desires that kind of were left on the back burner because you lost your fire. You lost your fire for the dreams and the desires that you did have even as a child. And so next year, you're going to be a lot more free and a lot less and a lot more careless about what people have to say, and building courage to just really not give a damn, to really just go after what it is that makes you happy. So let's get into the tarot. King of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. A lot of you I see in this deck, I feel a lot of love. So if you're in a relationship, next year is going to be a big year for a lot of you. If you have been in a relationship, okay, again, make sure you guys are taking what resonates, because there's thousands of people who are going to choose this deck. So I want to make sure that I'm getting the message across with multiple people that are pulling on this deck. One, you guys, if you are single or you just left a relationship this year, next year you're going to meet someone. This person is very generous and very loving and caring, very vulnerable, very sensitive, and wants to grow into something more than just a relationship. Now, those of you who have been in relationships, it's almost like some of you for 2 year, but definitely for 3 year. I feel like next year is going to be the year for engagement for a lot of you. Yeah. So Page of Cups, this is puppy love. So a few of you have left situations this year, and it was for a good reason. Next year seems to be bringing someone who's a lot more mature in knowing what they want. It feels like the relationship that you guys had this year was lacking the maturity. A lot of you are just tired of dating, like doing the same things. And so next year, I feel like there's going to be another person that comes in, and it's almost like you don't really expect it. A lot of love, a lot of emotion. But this for most of you also is just your love for life. Like your passion is coming back next year. Yeah, 7 of Cups. So all the dreams that you guys did have that you put on the back burner, even things that you loved as a child that you forgotten about, I feel like a lot of you are going to be doing a lot more activities and hobbies next year that you put on the back burner. Knight of Ariel, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. There is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind. Yeah, so I feel like there's definitely somebody that's coming in. Like I said, they're very generous, very giving, very loving. This is like a childlike relationship, but there's maturity in the sense of knowing exactly what they want. So for next year, a lot of you are sealing the deal and finding the one and meeting the one next year. Ace of Michael. So perception next year is changing for you guys. A lot of you have been seeing life as a very serious situation, and I feel like next year it's just going to be a lot less. It's going to be less of a battle and more of an accomplishment, but also changing your perspective. A lot of you have just been living life in this cycle of doing the same things every day, every year. And we say, oh, it's a new year, it's a new me. But I'm a firm believer that if you're the same person and you're going into the new year, there's no such thing. Like you have to change. You can have a new year tomorrow. And this is just a shift of perspective. And so a lot of you are shifting your perspective and seeing like life should not be this hard, should not be this complicated. Life should be fun and adventurous. And a lot of you guys are getting ready to do that. Now, I also feel like there's business opportunity for you guys. So a wonderful new idea, don't allow bumps, clear up communication problems with others. So the Ace of Michael tells me that there is a new idea or a new endeavor. Some of you, I feel like, are going into nonprofit organizations. Some of you are going into charity work. A lot of you have business ideas that are getting ready to hit the ground. It's like I see the seeds being planted. Like I told you guys in November 2019 that it was harvest month. Even if you didn't know about it, this video is timeless, of course. It is this setting up and the planting seeds so that we can water them in 2020. And so this is what this is all about for you guys. So even with the partnership card, it tells me that you guys are building something. A lot of you entrepreneurs, some of you finding your purpose, and then the relationship as well. 5 of Gabriel. A lot of you have been struggling financially. A lot of you have been struggling financially. With this card coming out, the 5 of Gabriel, this is about fear of lack. Next year, your perception around abundance is going to change. A challenge can resolve withdrawal from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. So letting go. This year has been shedding, the year of shedding what cannot go with you in 2020. So fallouts, drama, things of that nature cannot go in 2020. So a lot of you are getting ready. It's almost like cleaning the house. That's what I'm hearing, cleaning and sweeping the house. So friends, family, relationships, jobs, or situations that you've kept yourself in that are not bringing happiness. I see a lot of you guys getting rid of that in 2019 going into 2020. So right now it's almost like you're preparing for 2020 and letting go of low vibrations and low frequencies. For the the case of peace. But also with the money situation, a lot of your guys' abundance has been on hold too because of emotional blockages. It's almost like the universe is saying, I don't want to give you more if your house is not clean. And the representation of your house not being clean is the friends, the family, the job, and the situations that you're in. It is going to be very hard for you to receive abundance in that situation. So a lot of you are moving too. Yeah, Two of Swords. This for you guys, a lot of you have lost yourself. A lot of you have lost yourself this year, but it's losing yourself to find yourself. So losing your old self to find your new self. On this card, you can see there are two people here. The card represents confusion, but you're losing your old identity and coming into who you are next year. And this person that you are has such a love for life. So next year, it's just seeing life, like I always tell you guys, like a big play sandbox, and not taking life so seriously. This also is going to reproduce that new relationship and continue the relationship if you're currently in one, but also bringing in new finances, new ideas, financial freedom. This is all for you guys. And so with this year, a lot of you are very confused about how the hell a lot of this happened. Like, how did I get here? Like, it's like I look up and something else is changing. And so it's getting you prepared for 2020 and finding the new you, finding the new authentic version of you that you've lost. Because the real you, the real authentic version of us is childlike. When we can go back to when we were an innocent child, we can say that that was purely who we were. And then somewhere along the line, we've lost ourselves. And with that, we've lost our dreams and our purpose. Ten of Cups, contentment. So yeah, a lot of you are going to be so happy next year that this year took place. That the friends that were being removed, the relationships, the jobs, all of the things that have happened. And also, I feel like for you, a lot of you need to just go after what it is that you want next year. Because the Knight of Swords is here. And so going after your dreams, going after what it is that you want, idealistically. And so with that comes the Ten of Cups, contentment, full fulfillment, not lacking, not having any lack at all. All right, let's see what else is here. The Hierophant, morals. So some of you are shifting. I'm telling you, you guys are going through an awakening where you're shifting your perspective. The way that you see 2020 is gonna be like a whole new world, Aladdin style. Like it's insane, because I feel like a lot of you are waking up and wondering like how, like I'm 30, I'm 40, or I'm gonna be 50 or whatever your age is, and you're like, what have I been doing all of this time? Like, so you guys are changing your beliefs, you're loving and you're learning and you're open to that. And so next year is just, it's really like manifesting year. I feel like that in general for 2020 is manifestation year. So it looks like you guys are going to be coming into a relationship, but also, like I said, there's a lot of love here. There's more abundance, of course, but it's really about finding the authentic version of yourself. A lot of you realize and know that you're supposed to be abundant, and you know that there's a soulmate out there for you, and you're coming into that in 2020. The Hierophant, so you guys could be a Taurus. You don't have to be a Taurus. I'll just call out the signs that I feel like are here. Now with the Hierophant, also your beliefs are shifting. So it's like this year was a whole nother story. It was a whole nother ballgame, because you guys have been challenged with your beliefs, what you believe, and also trust issues are coming up. Trust with friends, family, again, the job, like, is this what I want to settle for? Next year, you guys are going after it. You're much more braver and have a lot more courage to go after what it is that you want. Healer of the ages. So you're discovering your healing abilities. But also when I say healing, guys, you don't have to think of it as a traditional aspect. You can heal someone through just the presence of love and peace. And so keep that in mind. You guys are just waking up to letting go, but also healing and recovering. So for the rest of this year, you guys are recovering from all the hardships. And next year, you guys will be, it's almost like you'll be completely healed and ready to let go of the entire past. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. So again, opening up your heart to new love, being ready to receive. Right now, what I'm hearing for you guys, like I always say, being open to receive. And so going into 2020 is that you can literally have anything that you want at any time per se, but because we're focusing on 2020, it is literally like you're a kid in the candy store and you can have anything you want. You just have to be open to receiving that. And that also comes from your beliefs. If you believe that you are not worthy, and again, these are subconscious beliefs that we have, they're lying dormant. If you do not believe that you're worthy of this love, you will feel like it is too good to be true and you will push it away. And that's what I mean by being open to receive. It's not just like, yes, universe, I'm ready, drop it in my hands. That is not what I'm saying, because our beliefs, right? If there is a hose and universe is trying to bless us, there are kinks in the hose. The kinks in the hose are our belief system filters. Now, if you believe that you have to work hard to earn a lot of money, then that is a kink in your system. And so what the universe says is, okay, well, I'll wait until you work hard to earn money because that's what you believe and you can only receive in that filter. So a lot of you are changing your beliefs around abundance and love in particular, but also life and why you're here. Carrying connections, yeah. So you guys are definitely meeting the one next year, the soulmate. A lot of you, I feel like most of you, if you are already in a relationship, because I don't want to tune you guys out, you're going to get confirmation next year if this is the one. And if it is, the engagement will be there. All tied up. Yeah. So you guys are releasing yourself from bondage and being free. Ultimately, being free. This freedom comes from truth, from knowing who you are, for awakening to who your authentic version is. Transformation. Yeah, you guys have been going through it. It was all to find yourself, all to find who you were. A lot of you are just on the brink of spirituality and evolving. And next year, it's going to be even more of a massive awakening. It's like what's happening is you're being baby fed, spoon fed, little bit by little bit of awakening. And next year, you guys will be much more evolved than you were this year. So basically what that means is when things happen, you will be aware. You will know. You'll just say, okay, I get it. I see this from a different perspective versus how you would normally react. So transformation, deep healing. So with the deep healing and the healer of all ages, you guys are healing. It's almost like what I'm feeling for you is like self-forgiveness. So basically what this means is that a lot of you feel like you should have been a lot further than where you currently are. And so again, this is coming from a place of healing these disappointments that you have about where you currently are, but how things happened this year. A lot of you are really hurt and still grieving the things and the events that took place this year. And so you're transforming. It's the caterpillar becomes the butterfly. Literally, that's what you guys, your entire reading is like the caterpillar becomes the butterfly and you can soar wherever you want to go. And so you're going through a transformation right now. The great gathering, it's all coming together. Intuitive hit, soul tribe. So again, getting rid of the old to prepare for the new with the soul tribe here, okay? So pay attention to the people that are coming in your life, especially around the end of this year and the beginning of next year. They are going to be part of your soul tribe. You will feel it. You will know because of your conversation. All right. Also, keepers of the earth, you are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Again, awakening to more spirituality. Knowing what you're here to do. Next year, a lot of you are going to be really receiving in a spiritual place. Again, this is not religion. Some of you guys are getting free also from the concept of religion. I want to make sure I'm very clear when I mean that. And having more of a spiritual connection. For a few of you, some of you have been going through some self-doubt and some needing mental clarity about religion or spirituality. Things that have happened in the past that kind of misconstrued your perception of spirituality is also changing. And so all of these things, oh man, there's a lot. Okay. You guys are coming to a place in 2020 where you develop more trust. Your trust has been broken tremendously, especially around beliefs in religion and what to believe in spirituality. This has infringed on your connection with intuition for a few of you. And so what you believe about spirituality, strengthening that relationship, is all about 2020. It's like, okay, now you know something's there. Now you know that there's more for you. Now you know that you could be a manifestor of all things. So now it's time to build that relationship with your higher self so that you can intuitively follow your path. Last two cards, life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. Again, remember what I said, self-forgiveness, disappointment, not being where you felt like you should have been. Everything happens in perfect timing, all right? So you are perfectly where you're supposed to be right now. You are on the right path. Now, when you're going to 2020, you will have more of 2020. Yeah. 2020, sorry. It's like when I don't think when I'm talking because I just let the messages flow, but 2020 vision is what I'm getting. It's almost like you guys will have lenses on, so you'll be able to see now and discern certain people. It's just like, okay, you're not part of the soul tribe. Okay, I see what you want. Okay, this is not the job for me. It's like things will just be able to be revealed to you a lot quicker. And so you will have 2020 vision. I didn't even think about that. But anyways, life lessons, that's what 2019 was about, but you're breaking free from the reoccurring cycles for next year. All right, natural beauty and authenticity. Yes, be yourself. That's what you guys are learning, is to be comfortable being yourself, because it feels so damn good to feel so damn free. That's 2020 for you guys, ultimately. And so be yourself as God made you naturally, attract and lovable inside and out. You guys are finding yourself again, finding your confidence again after so much loss. But again, be thankful for the things that are being removed. They're going to make sense next year. So all in all, for deck number 1, so much more courage to be yourself, ultimately, to be your authentic version of yourself, connecting with intuition, connecting with higher self, more abundance coming to you, a new relationship or soulmate or an engagement for a few of you. But ultimately, this is about a fully whole heart. Next year, you guys feel wholesome to me. It's like, it's just, everything is like your heart was broken about just a lot of things. It could have been business ideas, because some of you are entrepreneurs or wanting to get into nonprofit or charity or work in general of serving other people. And it's like you feel like you disappointed yourself by feeling like you could be somewhere and a lot further. And your heart that has been broken is just like, it's coming together for 2020. And more caring connections, more soul tribe. So if you guys chose deck number 1, don't forget to comment down below. I'd love to get some words of encouragement back to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, if you guys have any questions, don't forget to check my description box below for all of the information you may be seeking. I'm gonna move on to deck number 2. All right, if you guys chose deck number 2, this is your reading and what to expect for the year of 2020. Support, ask for help, get more rest, nurture yourself. The possibilities. Shift your perspective for the purpose of 2020. 2020, I believe, is the year of manifestation. But a lot of you are doubting this. You're doubting it. So 2020 has a lot of possibilities, okay? The sky is limitless. Hell, the sky is not even part of the limits that are around you. Right now, it seems like a lot of you are not as optimistic about 2020 because of the things that have occurred in 2019, basically was what I'm kind of picking up on. And so, with that being said, 2020 is all about possibilities. Raise your standards, elevate your expectations, You have unlimited potential. Exactly. Receive. A lot of you are just not open to receiving this. And again, this is subconsciously because sometimes we block out our blessings unknowingly. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance. A gift is coming to you soon. A lot of you have come a very long way. You're ready for this to be the finish line. You're ready for the finish line to occur. And so ultimately, it doesn't seem like anything has been going right lately. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. In 2020, it's there waiting for you if you're open. So 2020 already looks really good for you if you're open to it, if you're open to believing in it. And also, what I'm hearing is you've been attracting people of that frequency. And so in 2020, a lot of you are shifting your perspective for the focus of having better friends, better everything. And so this is coming with this shift that you guys are going through currently. And I'll explain it. Ace of Cups. Some of you have new relationships coming in. But I also feel like it's a new like it's a new life for you. Not just because it's a new year, because a year is just technically a number. A new year could be tomorrow or 2 days from now. It's all about your perspective, and I'm going to break that down for you. Yeah, King of Swords. So a lot of you do have someone coming in. A lot of you have been feeling stuck this year in finding your purpose, finding why you're here, being tired, ready for something new. And so this new, like, yes, there are relationships coming in for a lot of you, but it's also just a new love for life. Because of this feeling of being stuck, it's almost like in 2020, you're being released into freedom. Yeah, Lover's card. You guys could be a Gemini or dealing with one. You don't have to, or this person coming in could be a Gemini or have Gemini in their rising or moon chart. What this says to me, though, is this is definitely a relationship for some of you, but it's a love for yourself and a love for life. I feel like a lot of us are going through that transition, being more creative, being more inspired, having more of a vision for where you're going. It seems like this year has been clouded. There hasn't been a lot of clarity for you. And so what's coming in for you is more clarity, more understanding of yourself, more possibilities. But again, it's being optimistic, remaining optimistic and hopeful, and having faith that this will happen and this will occur. Peace. Yes. The waves are calming next year. So much more peace, so much more clarity. This is coming from your third eye. This is coming from the clarity of a spiritual aspect of life. And so with the peace card being here, release the past. There is more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Some of you are resisting the change. And so with the hangman here, if you pass the hermit comes before the hangman, you get snagged up and you feel stuck. Like the universe, this is the universe is doing. Anytime this comes up, the Tower or the Hermit card, this is usually divine orchestrated, putting you at rest, stopping you in your tracks and saying, okay, be still, let me work, get out of the way. And so in 2020, because you guys are coming to the end of the year and releasing this, there's going to be so much peace and clarity and understanding for you in 2020. Ten of Raphael. Yeah, a lot of you are also manifesting new love. A lot of you are manifesting new love in the next year. And this comes from your frequency shifting because of the things that have happened. So a lot of you have been open to help. More so before this year or before this time of the year, you guys weren't really asking for help. And so right now, because of your willingness to learn and be open, help is coming your way, but also It's about nurturing yourself and giving yourself time to also be free, you know, before you get into this relationship, because I do see you guys coming into a relationship or already being in a relationship if this is the case. For some of you, again, like I told, it seems the same for deck one when it comes to relationships. Some of you are going to come into engagement. If you have been in a relationship for longer than 2 to 3 years, it's around that mark that I feel like. If not, if you guys are not in a relationship, which I feel like heavily a lot of you are not, then you have someone coming in who does want marriage and wants those things. Love and blessings fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. So yes, this is marriage. This is the one. You meet your soulmate. You've either already met them, or next year you will meet them. Or if you met them this year, next year it's clarity. It's like, okay, this is definitely the one. I can't believe this is happening. I overlooked it. How could this be? But the universe wants you to also have freedom so that you don't lose yourself in this relationship. And so a lot more abundance also coming in with the 10 of Raphael, but love. So next year, you guys are going to be really close to your family and even friends that feel like family, and your soul tribe also for next year. So it seems like a celebration of new life for you guys. Stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, claim your personal power. 7 of Gabriel. So a lot of you are having breakthroughs of freedom. Look at all of the unicorns that have wings here. You guys are traveling. You guys are free. You're happy. You're going after the things that you love to do. A lot of you are creators or creative, and you put that on the back burner as well. And it wasn't your fault. Also, I'm hearing, like, if you guys are blaming yourself for things that have happened this year, it wasn't your fault. It was divinely orchestrated to get you to where you needed to get to right now. And so I'm hearing that very, very clearly. 3 of Ariel. A lot of you are going to have help. Again, your relationships next year are so fulfilling. Everyone who is around you next year and the people coming in, you guys will have a lot more clarity in seeing it, but it is going to be a peaceful, harmonious celebration. A lot of you are just going to be so happy, because I feel like so happy that you feel as though you have people that you can share this life with. And so next year is about harmony for you. This year, a lot of discord, a lot of chaos, a lot of ruckus. Next year, it's just like smooth sailing and just experience an adventure with family and friends. All right, so do what you love, a time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors. Yeah, a lot of you are creative. Next year, you will find this creative avenue if you haven't already, and being more of a leader and a visionary. A lot of you are settling for being a follower. You are not a follower. You are made to be a leader. So remember that. A lot of you are overthinking your capabilities and your expertise. A lot of you are doubting yourself or overlooking yourself and being so happy for the success of other people when you have the same gifts and talents. And so you have to believe in yourself and orchestrate this for your life. And so next year, that's what you're preparing for and doing. The Magician. Yeah, you guys are manifesting. Manifesting year 2020. Clear vision 2020. Just like I told deck number 1, I freaked out because I'm like, it is 2020. But a lot of you, even in this deck, are going to have 2020 vision. So you will not have to walk through 10 doors to find that door. You know how we do that. Go into this door. Nope, that's not it. Waste 3 years of our life. Go in this door. Nope, that's not it. Waste another year. It's like you will have clarity. That is the benefit of having a close relationship with your intuition, is being able to know and have clarity. And that's also where the peace comes in your mind. Releasing self-doubt, being confident next year is it's literally like a door that I see. And God, universe, divine, whatever you believe in, is like, come in the door. And the possibilities are literally limitless. There are no limits for you. Only the limits that you put on yourself. And next year is just like, you see it. It's like the Willy Wonka. You open up the door, you look at this place, and you're like, oh my God. But you have to be in a position to receive. part of that comes from your beliefs. So the Magician, you guys are manifesting, but how can you manifest if you don't believe in yourself? That's what's happening with next year. It's just open to you. The portal is open. The Sun, happiness. What does it say at the bottom of the card? Clarity. 2020 vision. Like I said, you guys, I don't see these cards before I deal them out. So the Sun, some of you guys could be Leos or have fire in your chart. That's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. You don't have to, but definitely Aries too with the Magician. The Sun card is all about happiness. So much damn happiness for next year and prosperity. You did this, you manifested this. As you open up your beliefs of being able to have more, you become what you ask for. One of Pentacles, what does that say? Abundance. More opportunities. You have new love and abundance. A new opportunity, gifts. A lot of you also are coming into preparation for entrepreneurship, but you have some beliefs around abundance that need to be alleviated, like feeling bad. A lot of you have services, art, right? Let's just say you do art or you do something and you don't charge for it. Understand the law of attraction and the law of exchange. It is just abundance. As you give value to people in their life, it is okay to receive abundance. It is okay to ask for something in exchange for your time. And see, that's what I mean about being able to receive. Some of you are doing all of this stuff for free. Babysitting, cleaning, organizing, driving people around, life coaching people, giving advice, business consulting, financial consulting, support. You have expertise, and that's what I mean. A lot of you are overlooking that. Next year, it's open. The portal is open. A lot more abundance if you want it. That's the thing, if you want it. Door to personal healing and happiness. Exactly. Lots of happiness, lots of healing, a lot of clarity, and this clarity helps you heal. When you understand that some people are just not going where you're going, it's okay. You have clarity from that. And what does clarity provide? Peace of mind. All right, let's see what else you guys have. Patience. So you guys, I feel like you already are in the patience, waiting for your turn, waiting for it to be your time is what I'm hearing. Next year, the stage is clear and ready for you, but you have to open the curtains. You have to be ready for that. And so it's here. The patience is not with the universe. The universe is providing 24/7 what we ask for. It is patience for yourself, with yourself. All right. What else do we have? Inner temple. Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. Tune into what it is that you want. Your heart is like a key too for 2020. Follow your heart. It is leading you to the path of happiness. Get grounded. A lot of you are empaths and need to stay grounded. In this groundation, you have to be aware, right? Candles, sage, going to the spirit store at least once a month, spiritual Sundays, reserve Sundays for spiritual growth, spiritual cleansing. If you guys are empath, with a lot of you are, you feel the vibe, you feel energy, you're around someone, you can pick it up, you're like, not for me. Remember, you guys are also getting clarity. So it might be scary when your third eye starts opening because you're gonna start what? Seeing the truth. And so make sure that you're grounded. Try to spend at least 10 to 20 minutes outside and not just walking back and forth to your car, but just really connecting with nature. 432 hertz meditation music. It's natural, it is pure nature. And so that will also help you because you're a highly sensitive empath. So make sure that you're connecting with nature and you will next year. that's why this card is here, is you are becoming more observant of yourself. And ultimately, so am I. We are all growing. And as we grow, we are open to more information about how to better ourselves. And so for next year, you guys are changing into being more of an observer of who you are. And so that's why you guys are getting grounded. The Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. A lot of you next year, it is your time. It's your time to shine next year. You've been training. It's time now. It is so damn, it's time. Angel of Balance. Remember, I was telling you the universe doesn't want to send someone in. You might lose yourself. Make sure that you have balance. This is not just balance with yourself in a relationship, but balance with spirituality and reality, life. Having balance with that. So this balance in making time for yourself also next year. This is what you guys will be doing. Making time for yourself, still so much damn happiness though. Love life, rose quartz. New and renewed romance, love is here for you. Yeah, I figured that. A lot of you, or a few of you that are in relationships, it's a new love. You guys have been together, but damn, it's so much passion and love. Like, it's new because you guys are new. You're rebirthing. And so the way that you see life is differently, and that actually affects your relationship positively. And so now some of you guys are traveling out of the country for the first time with your loved ones. This is all like a new, renewed love in your love or marriage. For very few of you guys, bear with me. Now, for you other people who are like, what's coming for me? I'm single and I'm tired of being single, or I'm tired of being in relationships that are not going anywhere. Next year, I feel very heavily, if you've met someone, like I said, this year, the end of this year or around this time, you're going to confirm next year that they are a soulmate or they're not, and you will meet your soulmate. Next year is the year for a lot of you in love. Look at all this damn love. Lovers, Ace of Cups, love life, the sun. You guys are out there getting tans and stuff. Like, there's a lot of peace and love and harmony in marriage. I keep hearing that word for a lot of you. For those of you who are in relationships or on and off, whatever the case may be, next year you're sealing the deal. Give it to God. Take a deep breath. And on the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. So that's what you guys are currently doing right now to prepare for next year, is releasing. So if you're wondering why everything is shaking up and falling apart, we can blame it on Mercury retrograde. That probably is part of it. However, it is basically getting prepared for manifestation year, getting prepared for this new love. Some of you guys are praying for a soulmate and praying for this new love, but it requires you to remove the old love to receive the new love, right? We have to make room for new. Next year, that's what you guys are doing. It is literally a room, like I said. You're walking in the room, you see all the possibilities. It's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, and you're amazed. You're flabbergasted is the word, and you deserve it. So make sure that you are in a position to receive, because you're going to see it next year flash right in front of you, and it's going to be your opportunity to receive new love, this new business, this new you, manifestations, and most importantly, happiness. So if you guys chose deck number 2, don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement back to you guys. Also, if you're looking for any information, please don't forget to look at the description box below for any information that you may be seeking. I'm going to move on to deck number 3. If you guys chose deck number 3, this is your reading and what to expect for the year of 2020. Rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. Some of you are already doing that. But the problem is that you are not clear and decisive. It came out in the reverse, so this just tells me next year you are going to be a lot more clear on what it is that you really want. A lot of you have settled for less over the past few years. You're being asked to open yourself up to receiving more. And so next year, again, manifestation 2020. Okay, this is the year of manifestation. Be prepared for that, and how you do that is by being clear and decisive on what you really want. Be bold in your requests for the universe. A lot of you are coming down to the wire of being tired, of not being happy and having the life that you feel that you deserve. 2020, it is here. Friendship. Seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing. Already what I'm feeling like is you guys are rebirthing, and so what that means is that everything outside of this rebirth is idealistically moving away from you. And that is because you are becoming a new version. Some of you have already heard this from your friends and family, like, what has happened to you? What have you been doing? Who are you? You are not my daughter. You are not my son. Where is my daughter? You guys are changing. You are rebirthing. You are going through a spiritual awakening to prepare for the year of 2020. The universe has been giving you everything that you've been asking for. However, making sure that you're open to receiving it is also part of the message that I hear for 2020. So next year, you are not playing games, basically. You're ready. You're ready for your dreams, and you're ready to create this new reality. A lot of you have a lot more of an understanding now and clarity because you've been seeking and you really want this. And that's why things are coming into fruition for you in 2020. Epiphany, yeah. You guys are just like, what have I been doing? Joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. A lot of you are getting much more spiritual grounded. And again, if you're wondering why things are happening towards the end of this year, it is solely because you are getting prepared for the next year and the things that you've asked for. Also, it seems like all of us are going through a similar situation. So the spiritual growth is happening next year. Right now, you guys could be in hermit mode, but next year, don't be surprised if you are in hermit mode, because you're reinventing yourself, right? You're going after your dreams now. And so leaving behind those who decide not to go after their dreams, your friends, your circle, your energy, your surroundings and environment is going to change. A lot of you are going to go to work one day next year and say, I quit. What am I doing here? I'm too great for this. That is next year. For a few of you who are ready for that, in which I do feel like you guys are reinventing yourself and aligning your life according to the life that you actually desire. Page of Ariel. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education, time to get to work. So next year, you guys will find your purpose. Next year is the year for you to find your purpose. Those of you who are in school, there's going to be some clarity around purpose. And the reason why I'm hesitant to say this is because a lot of you are worried about career and finances. But in next year, you understand that your purpose is essentially your career in a higher dimension. Career is simply just a word that we've defined as financial stability or security, however you want to call it. And so a lot of you are shifting your perspective on career, college, and credibility in any of that sense. So next year, you're going to have an epiphany. Next year, like I feel like that is literally like this, whoever chose this stone, it is literally like an epiphany. And it's just a day that you wake up, or a time period that you wake up and you're like, I've been doing this every day. The same thing. There has to be more. You guys are going to be more eager for the things that you truly want next year and going after that. Six of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magic and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving and receiving with a grateful heart. So you guys do have a lot more coming to you abundantly. However, there is some fear here. Chariot. You guys could be a Cancer or a Leo. You don't have to be. Yeah, Nine of Cups. You have to believe in yourself. You have ideas, or ideas are trying to be downloaded to you, but you guys are blocking them with not being open. You're overthinking it, is what I'm hearing. You're overlooking it. You're overthinking it. And so things are moving forward, first of all, just to take some spotlight on these cards. This is so much damn good energy. The Sun, the Nine of Cups, and the Chariot, it's a wish fulfillment. But the fear, you have to face this fear. And some of you feel like you are entrepreneurs. For a lot of you, or even if you're not entrepreneurs, you have an idea that you would like to do on the side. For some of you, that is your own support and organization to serving people in any capacity. Take it how it resonates with you. So you will be receiving more abundance, but you're overthinking it. Like some of you who are entrepreneurs, you're thinking that you have to have this massive grand invention or idea to bring in money for financial stability, and that's not the case. The case is just to release and allow universe to work and follow your path to happiness. That's next year. If you guys have any doubts about next year, they're literally a waste of time. Let me explain to you something. You doubting your capability and what you can actually do for yourself, financially even, and in this world, in your purpose in serving people, these doubts that you have about who you are, and if you're really this great person, is like doubting your name. Imagine yourself sitting in a room thinking like, is my name really Sarah or Jessica or Rianne? Is my name really Leah? Think about how much time you're wasting. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the names because I don't want to freak you guys out. But basically what you're doing is you are doubting something that is already true. You're already this great, amazing person who's able to achieve these things that you actually want to achieve. Next year, you do that. I'm just helping you guys there. So you have a wish fulfillment coming in. Things are moving very fast and a lot of happiness is coming. Some of you are going to have fertility, pregnancy, but those of you who are not, again, take it how it resonates, you're going through a rebirth in general. You're rebirthing who you are. Remember that birth is creation. So this could be a new idea, which is here, a new baby, which is here, or a new you, and a new rebirth of the way that you see life. It is not as complicated as you think it is. It's your resistance that is creating this holdup, basically. Five of Swords. Yeah, a lot of you feel defeated. You are tired and you're fighting yourself. You're convincing yourself out of not being this person. Next year, it's time to walk in that person, that authentic version of yourself who has the idea, who has financial freedom, who has the right friends, the right life, the life that you actually feel like you deserve. The habit dependency, you guys could be a Capricorn. You don't have to be. But this also tells me it's about freedom again for you. It's about freeing yourself from these self-inflicted binds. A lot of the things that are occurring in your life are because you're resisting the change. And so next year, it is a rebirth and the evidence of what you went through this year. So that's what you're doing now, is creating a new reality for yourself in 2020 and releasing all of the holdups, the blocks in the road. There's a lot of blocks in the road. And again, this is from yourself. A lot of you are going to be so damn free next year. And you're going to have a realization and an epiphany like, wow, okay, I feel too free. I don't know how I feel about this. This is a little too free. There's a such thing. And it can scare you just how free you really are. That's next year for you. And you realize that all of this is you convincing yourself out of the greatness of who you are and what you can have in this world. Two of Cups, a relationship. Soulmates coming in next year. Soulmate friends. Again, like I said, some of you are in a relationship or will conceive. For those of you who are not, it looks like you have someone coming in. If they haven't already came in, this seems like a thing for 2020. You'll know if they're a soulmate, so you do have that coming in. But A lot of you are going to be questioning this person because as you see this, they don't have a face. So it's perfect actually, because it means that you're going to have to rely on your intuition to actually see this person spiritually for who they are with your third eye and not physically. A lot of you guys choose relationships based off of what you see physically. And so you're learning now how to use your intuition. And that's what comes with the rebirth, a new set of eyes, 2020 vision for 2020. Angel of Strength. Yeah, you guys have been through a lot. You could definitely be a Leo with this card here too. So you guys find your own inner strength and you release yourself, because remember that doubt is putting you in a cage of saying, is this my name? Is this my name? Is this my name? It's the same thing as, is it possible? Am I really that great? Can I really have this life? That's what you guys are kind of going through right now through the rest of this year to prepare for the new birth. The new birth is like a new mind. You will not have to hold yourself hostage with doubts and disbeliefs. So the strength is where you're finding that through the things that you're currently experiencing. Appreciation. Yeah, grateful, gratitude. I am so grateful with a grateful heart. You are receiving because you have given your doubts and fears. It's the exchange of give and receive for you guys. It's I'm giving my doubts and my fears to you, God, universe, whatever you believe in, and you're receiving everything that you're asking for. And now it's again an epiphany, like, wow, I've been making this a lot complicated than it needs to be. And two, why am I so damn grateful and happy? It's very scary that sometimes we feel like, and this is your guys' energy next year. It's like, I'm so happy. How did this happen? Like, how do I deserve this? I'm so grateful. Next year for you guys is the year of gratitude. Heavily, because things are moving forward. Man holding a coin. So yeah, this is again with the page of Ariel. So you guys do have new ideas coming in that are going to bring in financial freedom for you. Again, once you release these doubts, fears, and disbeliefs that you have, in exchange, you're gonna have the support that you need financially. Also, this new relationship for you guys too could be someone, or if you're in a relationship, whoever you're in a relationship with or you meet next year divinely desires to take care of you or help you financially. That's also here. Yeah. Soul family. So with the friendship, a lot of you feel like you don't really have friends. And that's because you really don't. You know, what is a friend anyways? However we defined it. So your friendships are shifting into a soul tribe. People who are on the same frequency, who want to learn how to be their authentic versions of themselves, the spiritual connection as well. And so you do have a soul family coming in. You don't have to do it alone. A lot of you are going through a rebirth and you have assistants. Like how people give birth, they have doulas. Your family and friends that are being sent to you around this time and next year are purposely, divinely assigned to you for your rebirth. So next year you will have soul friends and you'll feel like, wow, I just feel like I've known this person forever. Align your life. That's what's happening currently. Again, you're aligning your life for the things that you've asked for. Okay? I feel like even if you haven't aligned your life completely by the end of this year, next year, beginning of year, you'll be preparing, because you're preparing for what you really want, what you really asked for, and not what you've been settling for. A lot of you have been settling in all aspects and departments of your life. Next year, it's okay to ask for more. That's what I'm hearing too. Things are happening, and so there's so much gratitude. Priestess, a lot of you are coming into, again, if you're rebirthing, you're coming into this teacher position, but also being called to spirituality, redefining your beliefs about spirituality. And I don't know why I feel like I'm being led to say this. There have been a lot of misconceptions around tarot, divination tools, you know, whatever the case may be. I always say that these cards are simply just clues to the message that universe, God, whatever you believe, is giving us. So ultimately, they're just clues to the message that we already know. As a priestess, having the priestess card here, you're being asked to step into truth, because there are a lot of misconceptions about spirituality, and spirituality has also been watered down, and there are a lot of experiences that a few of you have went through, or people around you have went through, and you'll know, because next year once you walk into the priestess position, you're going to have a different perception of truth. And so it's almost as if you're being called to share this message of spirituality and tear down the misconceptions about them for the purpose of love and light. And so with that being said, you're redefining, rebirthing next year and coming into the priestess role and now talking about it. Those experiences that we all have shared through trying to discover spirituality that have left a bad taste in our mouth, religion, books, people say that this is it, people say that this is it, I don't know what to believe. You're being called to truth, discovering the truth for yourself, and then sharing it with others. A lot of you are being called into tarot and oracle as well. For a few of you, you'll know who you are, because if I just said that and you're feeling like, wow, I was just thinking about that, there's your confirmation. Just take it and run with it. Don't question yourself. That little resistance that you're having, like, well, am I good? That's what you're learning to get rid of so that you can fully walk in your power. This is a very powerful card. Like, I already feel, I usually get this a lot, but I feel the energy very heavily for you guys. And so it is like a calling. It says, how are you being called to step up and lead? To just simply tell the truth, you know, because of the misconceptions that we have, because our generation, the younger generation, they're growing up and they're literally desperate for truth. And it seems like the truth is very hard to find through all of the books and philosophies and life lessons and books of religion, things of that nature. So you have something to share, and you will next year. You'll have an epiphany. You guys haven't had this epiphany yet. Some of you have a little bit, like you're peeking through and you're like, oh, I feel like I know, but you haven't completely opened up the blinds yet. All right. Healthy communication in relationships, heart-to-heart discussions, and clear, assertive communication help you understand and be understood. That's something that you guys are also learning, because your relationships are going to be very heavy next year. And so, like I said, also with the priestess card and communicating, you will be communicating heart-to-heart discussions about your journey, about your rebirth. And then we have unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. Yeah, welcome to the club. Having access to spirituality and being, again, you're going through a rebirth, so you're going to see things that a lot of people don't see. And so your differences is a part of your purpose. So the things that we try to hide from others and share from others is actually a key part of our purpose. So you're also learning how to accept yourself. And that's why it's influential that you go through this rebirth. And next year you will be going through it for the purpose of having everything that you want. It will be painful. You guys are probably already going through it. But you're learning that your unique qualities are what is going to help you stand out. See, if everyone's the same, then we have nothing to really be, because everybody is, you know, taken. And so you being yourself is what is going to get you there. Don't hide that part of you. Don't be afraid of that part of you. It is essential to your path. And so next year for you guys, a lot of happiness, wish come trues, a soulmate, healthy communications, releasing yourself, letting go of feeling defeated. You guys are finally going to become a conqueror next year, but also overcome a lot of the obstacles that you were facing this year through the rebirth of reinventing yourself and giving life to your dreams. But most importantly, finding the strength and so much damn gratitude. This is my favorite card for you guys, the appreciation. It's just like, how do I deserve all of this? I'm so freaking grateful. Thank you. That's like the energy next year. It's like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I went through that, because I'm so grateful. And so the gratitude and epiphany are the two that are standing out to me the most, and something that you guys will go through. If you guys chose deck number 3, this is your reading. Don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement back to you guys. thank you so much for tuning in. Also, if you have any questions or you want to look into any information, you can find that in the description box below as well. I'm going to move on to deck number 4. If you guys chose deck number 4, this is your reading and what to expect for the year of 2020. They're loud as fuck. Okay. Strength. This challenge will make you stronger. You will get through to the other side. Look for the gifts in this situation. Intuition? Nope, sanctuary. Sanctuary. Take time out from the world. Spend more time alone. Meditate or go on a retreat. Next year, a lot of you are going to be on vacation a lot, just for your own sanity. A lot more peace coming in for next year, but you guys have overcome a lot this year. It's been a lot. I also just feel like having compassion for yourself, not being so hard on yourself also. Forgiveness will set you free, see the light in yourself and others. So it seems like it was a trying time for you guys this year. And so the purpose of this year was for you to see the gifts in the situation also. So you will get through the other side, look for the gifts in this situation, which just tells me that everything that has happened this year was to also activate your gift and your purpose. Some of you went into this year not really knowing much about spiritual enlightenment or awakening, and you've evolved rapidly and have went through a lot this year, and that was also to get you to where you ultimately need to be. All right, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so a lot of betrayal, lack of trust, things that have happened this year have kind of distanced you from being around people in general. So with the Sanctuary card, this tells me that a lot of you have just chosen to be alone because you simply only trust yourself. So let's see what else is going on. Yeah, breakups. Wow, a lot has happened with you guys. Yeah. I also feel like don't blame yourself for the situation. I absolutely feel like a lot of the things that you guys have endured this year were to get you ready for 2020, which I'm still calling manifestation year for you guys as well. And you guys even had more tarot, so death. So you guys are closing out your old life and getting prepared for your new life. You guys could be a Scorpio, you don't have to be, with the death card here. And so this is more about death to ego. Getting rid of your ego or the way that you see things egotistically. Next year is a lot more balance of spirituality. Walking away from things that no longer serve you. But the conflict here with the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords has left you guys kind of defensive about some of the things that have happened. Let's see what else is going on. 2 of Wands, decisions, yeah. For 2020, a lot of you are going to be at a crossroads with making decisions in your life. I feel as though deck 4, you guys have been a little behind with the spiritual awakening because it seems like more of your resistance to spirituality. Yeah, the wheel, it's a new cycle, it's a new beginning. And so it's basically you're going to be at a crossroads with going back to the past or moving forward into the future and living in the present moment. But with the wheel, it's the end of delays. And so that's what I'm saying is with last year, this year, you guys are slightly behind, not in a bad way, but because of your, it's almost like you guys had to take it, you chose to take a different route. And so there was a delay. And in 2020, it's the opportunity to walk into a new beginning that is basically waiting for you and that offers happiness. Again, not compromising your happiness for other people. So there is a new opportunity for you guys to do that. Yeah, for this deck, I feel, I don't know if it's deck because it's deck 4, but I feel very heavily that you guys have been through a lot of transitions that have occurred. 6 of Raphael, embrace your new inner child. So this would be the 6 of Cups, new friends, rekindled relationships, children, or childhood. So a lot of loss with relationships that have happened for you guys. And so next year is also a new opportunity. So for you, deck number 4, I'm hearing that it's the crossroads. You're at a crossroads and you have to make a decision. Next year is, what is it going to be? Your happiness or the validation from other people or making other people happy? That is going to be at the brink of 2020 for you guys. Now, we also have the Magician. You can manifest the life you want What you need will magically appear, successful beginnings. Again, the 1 representing infinite potential, 1 representing newness, new beginnings. It's like you have the new and the old. So this would be new, this is old, past. Don't fight with yourself about decisions. Release it, let it go. That's also why there was a delay. You guys were resisting a lot of changes that have happened or were trying to happen in your life. And so this puts you in a slight delay, but now is an opportunity for newness. So this is all new right here. Already I feel new energy coming in. The 10 of Michael, yes. The endings, okay? A situation has ended. You are finally free. You are finally free. You are finally free. So basically what this is saying is with the 10 of Swords, I'm telling you guys, this energy that you have been in is so freaking heavy. Like it's so dark. And not in a bad way, not in an evil way, but just a lot of depression or anxiety or things that you guys have been dealing with mentally. And it was to end your ego, it's death to ego, basically, your old identity. And so there's a lot of like just low frequency energy, and you guys have had to really find your strength. And so all of this that has occurred, you did learn something. It was great. You're still on the right path. You're still where you need to be exactly at the right time. However, it was the reason why you guys have went through this, again, preparing for 2020, but mostly you were resisting this ending. And so basically you are finally free. A lot of you have already made this decision going into 2020. In 2020, you will make the decision. There will no longer be room for you in 2020 to hold on to the things that no longer serve you at all, because they're creating conflict in your life. It has to go. And so that's what's happening in 2020. It's like, you're like, okay, past, future. You have to make the decision. All right. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. Exactly what I was saying. You guys are at a crossroads, and it seems as if this is the crossroads. All of the things that are waiting for you, new beginnings, endings, and freedom in the past. Some of you are tired, and so going through this was necessary, because sometimes the universe, God, whatever, is like trying to help you. However, you were resisting the change of letting go, and in which we all do. We all hold on to something, but there are some old habits that need to die, and that's what you're also getting prepared for. Having compassion for yourself, forgiving yourself. It's not your fault. These are just lessons learned. You move on, don't dwell on the past, and let it go. Okay, this is also happening in the new. So this is your crossroads right here. This is your decision that you're going to make in 2020. This is past. This is new. I don't like the way that feels though. Your sanctuary doesn't feel great. It seems like you didn't have a choice but to go into sanctuary. So I don't feel like that's new energy. All right, change your life. All right, the mantra for you guys in 2020, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free from procrastination with your own happiness and your own desires. Like I said, always going after what you desire, always going after what inspires you and what excites you. That's for 2020. You're changing your life. All of this old, like it's like a snake who sheds old skin, old ways, old habits, negative thinking patterns that keep producing the same results. You guys are letting those things go and walking into this new beautiful beginning for yourself, okay? Freedom is at its finest in 2020 for you guys, okay? You've been through a lot, and it's justice for everything you went through. I also feel like universe is saying that it is justice for the things that you have went through, but embrace the opportunity that change brings. Some of you have a very difficult time with change, and you're being asked to embrace the new. And again, it is uncomfortable, but to embrace the new because it is part of changing your life. And it's almost like you guys are getting wings in 2020. You're getting wings to fly. 6 of Wands, victory, okay? Now, the crazy thing about the 6 of Wands is that usually on the other cards in tarot, this is about the transition to the present, movement, and this is in the upright. So this tells me that majority of you are making a decision to not go back to the past events that have occurred and looking forward towards the new. You guys have victory. Like I said, justice and victory is is at the brink of this decision that you're making. Some of you have already made it, you haven't yet, but this is movement into the future and not being in the past. So ultimately in 2020, there's victory, there's justice for you after you make the decision. However, the problem has been making the decision and trusting that it is the right decision. The Emperor, yeah, walking in your power. You guys could be an Aries or have Aries in your chart. You don't have to, but this is all about walking in who you are, the authentic version. So this person was basically a follower. I also hear that you compromise a lot for other people and their happiness, making them proud, seeking validation from other people. And so the decision, again, this is the decision, the Two of Wands, making the decision between the past and also making the decision to be in the future. A lot of you have just sacrificed a lot, even in relationships, to prove that you actually love that person, and that created a lot of compromising. And so with the Emperor here, this is also what's on the other edge of you making this decision, is making empowered decisions for yourself and being a leader and not allowing, I also feel like not allowing people to dictate and determine your destiny, right? If you don't determine your destiny, someone else will, but you haven't been the pilot of your plane. So the plane is just a representation of the freedom that, yes, is on the other side, but you have been a passenger of the pilot of the plane. So what this means is that walking into the Emperor energy, you become the pilot. So now you're the driver of your own destiny. While you've been allowing other people to make decisions for you and your destiny, you're learning not to do that. Page of Cups, this could be new love coming in for you. I feel like very heavily, you guys, though, this is new love for yourself and loving yourself enough to make decisions that have to do with you. It says inventiveness, Page of Cups. So this tells me also that because of after the decision of not looking back into the past, you're able to manifest this life. 2020 manifesting year. So you're able to manifest new things. So you're going to learn a lot about yourself next year that you didn't even know. Things that you love, things that you want to do, things that you enjoy doing as well, with the Page of Cups. The Sun, yeah, lots of happiness for you guys waiting on the other side. And it's just taking that leap of faith and trusting, because you guys have trust issues based on the things that have happened. It has also neglected your relationship with Spirit, because it makes it a lot harder to trust people in general. So imagine trusting an entity, like it's something that you can't see. That's even harder. And so a lot of the things that have happened here too, you have found the strength in the situation to walk away from and look forward to your future. A lot of you guys have already been revealed this future that is waiting for you, but ultimately you're going to be very happy after you make these decisions. And it's not just relationships, it's jobs, it's moving. Some of you are tired of the city that you live in, the state, the country that you live in, moving. I even feel like moving away from your family. A lot of you are worried about the people that you're leaving behind because of this happiness. It could be happiness, remorse. I feel like next year you will also feel that, because a lot of people are going to look at you and see that you're so happy, and they're going to want to know, how did you become so happy? And this is also what's waiting for you after you take the leap of faith. Unbound, yeah, releasing soul contracts, past lives. So a lot of this energy that you guys were in was karmic cycles that you kept repeating. It just presented itself differently. So it's the same cycle being presented completely different, and you have been challenged, and a lot of you feel like you've been failing, like, why do I keep hitting the same wall? You're releasing that contract. That's what this was about, is releasing all of it. And so that's why it's been so hard. A lot of you guys are exhausted. You're tired of this fight in the battle. Let go. That's basically what you're being asked to do. Let go. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Again, people taking advantage because of you and the heart that you have in serving other people. People have taken advantage, but next year, look at these boundaries. Untouchable, okay? Not because you don't want to help people, but because you're realizing that you're not responsible for other people's happiness. You're only responsible for your own. And this boundary is also what's going to protect your happiness. Woman holding a heart. Yeah, you guys will be ready to give more next year. I feel like next year is about fun, dating, getting to know people, nothing too serious, but having more of a love for yourself, a love for life, and being more open. And it's crazy because after all that you guys have been through, you still have a heart of gold. And that's also part of your purpose, is unconditional love and understanding that. All of the things that you went through to develop this amazing person that you're becoming for 2020. And then we have the 5th chakra. So ultimately, you guys are also speaking up. Like, you're speaking up, you're walking in your power, and you're like, no, I don't want to do this. This does not make me excited, nor am I inspired to do this. And you're putting yourself first, and you're following your path to happiness. And again, a lot of you will feel bad for this because there will be a lot of no's, and that's okay. You should not feel bad for being happy. Remember that. You should not feel bad for being happy. Everyone is responsible for their own happiness. And so with the throat chakra here, you're speaking up about the things that you want, and you're also sharing your voice. A lot of you have a story to tell. Next year, you're going to awaken to this. All right. Control issues. Remember how I told you guys you're resisting these changes, holding on. A lot of you are afraid. You're still, listen, you guys have come a long way. Like, seriously, don't be so hard on yourself again. Forgive yourself for the decisions that you made in the past. A lot of you are like, why did I do that? Why did I make that decision? Listen, everything is divine, okay? So don't be so hard on yourself about that. But what you're learning is to let it go. This comes from control, because you feel like if you don't have control, then what will happen? Everything will fall apart. And that's exactly what's trying to happen. The old is trying to fall apart so the new can come in. This is for the 2020. Utilize your God-given strength. Again, that's the second time. This is what you're learning about yourself. Going through all this, how much strength you have. You need that for where you're going. And power, instead of fearing that others may try to control you. So they're also not just control, but other people controlling you. Remember, people being the pilot of your plane. It's time to tap them on the shoulder and say, okay, I got this now. I'm the pilot of my own destiny. I'm the pilot of my own plane. And so a lot of you do have fear of being controlled, which is also hindering your relationship with intuition and higher self, because you have to have trust. And you've been through a lot from other people, proving to other people that you do have a good heart, proving to people you're letting go of this and walking into this amazing life that's waiting for you in 2020. Socialize or join in. Make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. So remember, I told you guys, a lot of you feel like you're alone. You don't really have friends, all right? So with this, you're learning to attract people who are the same soul tribe. Once you release this energy, you will no longer attract people in this energy. You are shifting into attracting people of the same frequency who are interested in learning about manifestation and spirituality and this new you, honestly. So you're going to be attracting a lot of new people after you make this decision to walk into your future for 2020. But ultimately, don't isolate yourself completely. You guys do have a tendency to go into sanctuary. Do not isolate yourself from that, okay? Now, next year, you're getting out, you're meeting people, you're networking, you're free, right? Don't hold yourself back. I don't see you guys in 2020 holding yourself back. You're the emperor in 2020. So ultimately, what I see for you guys is a new beginning waiting for you, but you're at a crossroads between two decisions that you have to make. And on the one side that's going to require you to trust in your intuition and higher self, you're learning that there is so much damn happiness waiting for you. And it is amazing and it's beautiful, but you are going to make that decision in 2020. So all in all, what I have for you guys for deck number 4 is be compassionate with yourself for where you have come from and look forward. Don't look back at all of the things that you feel like you've made a mistake doing. Look forward and be open to receiving more, because more is on the other side and you deserve it. You deserve it and you earned it. You've been through enough. So if a lot of you guys are questioning that, again, that's holding you back. So if you guys chose deck number 4, don't forget to comment down below so I can get some words of encouragement back to you guys. Also, if you're looking for additional information, don't forget to check out the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in to this pick a card reading. I will see you guys in the next pick a card reading. Love and light to you all.